What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to color match clips that look like this, making it turn into something like this. Alright, so to get started, so this is what we want it to look like, so I'm gonna leave that there. So you have two clips that just, you want to have like a transition from like one clip to another, but you can't because you have mismatched colors. Like I have a white wall here and then a yellow wall here. Who knows why? I also have my boom mic in that shot right here, but let's just pretend that's not there. How we want to start by doing this is we want to get the clips exactly how we want them before we even color match them. I want this clip to like speed ramp off into this one. And I actually made a video, my last tutorial was a speed ramp transition. So if you're curious on how to do that, check out my last video and I'll leave a link in the description so you can check that video out. I'm just gonna quickly do that so I can get it to exactly how I want. And if you're, like I said, if you're curious on how to do it in more depth, just check out my other video. All right, so I have my clips exactly how I want them. I have the speed ramp from this one right into this one. Nice and seamless. Fast pace for you, but it just doesn't look good because it goes from this white wall to a yellow wall. So now we're gonna fix that. And how you fix that is a quick mask and just color correction. So to start, I'm actually gonna I'm gonna go to my effects tab up here, and I'm actually going to pull that clip up, which is this getting ready clip. So I have this raw clip right here, so I can actually see this is what the color I'm shooting for right here. So I want to match that with this color. So I'm not going to touch this layer because this is the white I want. This is the color of the wall I want. And then this is the yellow I want to get rid of. So I want to match this clip to this clip right here. So how we do that is I'm going to go into color, go back to source, and I want to color correct just this. And to do that, it's pretty easy, honestly. So under the color correction, there's curves right here. Curves, I got hue saturation right here. So on this scale right here, this line, I want to get rid of kind of that yellowish orange. So I'm going to click a dot on like that middle point of like that yellowish orange right here. And I want to pull, you can't just pull that straight down because you're just going to move the whole clip. Well, you kind of can, it kind of matches a little bit, but I don't really want to do that. Instead, I just want to move just this point around. So I'm going to put another point on the left side, another point on the right side. Sometimes it moves the clip down, so I'm going to hit Command Z, try again. That's a straight line. So I only have to affect this part, not the whole thing. So now I'm going to kind of pull this down a little bit. And if you want to pull more clips, like I feel like I need a little bit more red on each side, a red and yellow on each side. So I'm gonna hit another dot there and kind of pull a little bit this side. Go to red a little bit on this side, pull a little bit this side. I'm slowly kind of getting what I want, but not quite. Now I'm gonna mess with my white line a little bit here, my shadows and whatevers. Kind of just mess with it. It's kind of giving me the bright white wall I want right there. Highlights and shadows, that's what it is. I'm actually going to do some whites over here, kind of match that a little bit. Kind of got like this bright white wall. It doesn't, since I have a speed ramp on it, it doesn't need to be exact, but it has to be pretty close. So that actually looks pretty good to me, so let's try that. Oh, great. now that I tried to fix the white wall, I affected my whole entire video clip. So how you actually make sure we affect the wall with our color and not the whole clip is you actually have to create a mask around just the wall. So to do this, just go up and down arrows to get to the beginning of this clip. Now that I'm at the beginning of this clip, I'm going to hit the forward button until I first see the wall start, the corner of the wall right here. So this is where the corner of the wall is. I'm going to go back to the next frame, and then here is where we're going to want to create our keyframe. So I'm actually going to size this to 75 real quick. And I'm going to go over to the Lumetri colors right here, and I'm going to hit the free draw Bezier. Well, you can do the free draw Bezier and draw one yourself. So I think this wall, it comes in at an angle, but you could hit this square if you really wanted. So I'm going to do a quick just mask just around this whole entire thing. Right here. And see, when I move it, it goes back. Now I have the mask and I can move it and be like, oh, old clip, new clip. So now that we have that mask right where we want it, I'm going to hit the track select mask forward 1 frame. Boom. And then I'm going to hit it again until we see that wall. So, oh, the wall appeared. So I'm going to drag this all the way to where that wall starts. And if the wall's kind of crooked, you can kind of click a point and make the wall. Let me try to zoom in this so it makes it a little easier. So there's my wall. I can click on the line and make it a little more accurate. And kind of match it up to the wall. But the wall's pretty straight, so I really don't have to do this, but I probably will when I track forward more. The wall's gonna kind of change and my camera angle is gonna change. So let's go back to 75. So that looks good. And then when you're good with what you feel, and make sure that these are all outside the box. They are, but I'm just making sure, double checking. This is what I want. So keyframe again. And now I can kind of just pull this again until I get to the corner of the wall again. And that actually looks good. I don't really need to adjust it. Oh, and now I kind of feel like the wall's kind of creeping off at the top. So I'm actually gonna go into 150. I'm just gonna check it out real quick. Yeah, it kind of weirdly curls in. All right, so that looks good. I'm gonna go back out. Keyframe forward again. Sorry, 75. And it's a speed ramp, so it's pretty quick. So now there's the wall again. And, oh, I accidentally went forward with my mouse and lost my position of my keyframe. See, I'm like right here, and I didn't even hit the forward key. And this is not how I want it. So what you can do to get back on track, you can just go to previous keyframe. There, back on track. And then, oh, now I want to hit forward keyframe. There we go. And you kind of just go like this. Looking pretty good. And you pretty much just do this all the way until the wall is completely just off. All right, so there we go. We're on the last frame. The mask is off the screen, and that's good. So now our mask is pretty much done. So now let's just check it out real quick. Let's scrub through it real quick. There's my white wall. Kind of goes white, white. It looks like I kind of have the mask starting a little too soon. So what you can do is I can go to this keyframe. So the mask, let's go to the back one keyframe. So the mask should technically be all the way off here. All you can do is you can just track back to that keyframe like I just did. Like this keyframe looks good. I actually need to fix this one a little bit. Track back to this one. This one's kind of messed up. I can just kind of pull it and fix it like that. What you can actually do is you can add a little feather to it, so you don't have like a really harsh line. Like some of these you might see like this really harsh line. You can feather it a little bit, make it a little blurry. Mess around with it. I did like, I'm gonna do 30. And see, now I feel like the color's off a little bit from this white to white. So now you can easily just go back and you could just adjust the whites a little more, and this is just gonna affect the mask now. Maybe I wanna up the shadows. So this is what it looked like before. Let me just turn off this mask. This is what it looked like before. White to yellow. You can easily tell like that's a weird transition. Take off the, or put the color back on by toggling it on. White to white. So that was just a pretty simple way to mask and to color match. I'm actually gonna make another tutorial about masking, kind of like an object transition. Like a person walks across the screen, like say instead of this wall, it was a person walking. I can mask that person as they're walking across the screen, and it's gonna turn into this clip right behind them, like right along their body. You can mask a person like an object to make one clip turn into another clip. So if you're actually curious and want to check out that video, stay tuned for that. So if you like this video and you thought it was to your liking, hit the like button for me. Make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, turn on all notifications, and I'll be making a lot more tutorials. And if you think I'm going too fast, or you think I'm going too slow, or I'm way too confusing, please let me know. I would love the feedback. Other than that, that wraps up this video. I'm out. Bye.